And I remember being a young kid, probably like 7 or 8 years old, and going to my first Scream Park. It was called Spookyworld.
Oh, right.
In outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
Which has a documentary about now.
You're
in.
Yeah, I am. It's called Spooktacular. Check it out. Very cool documentary. But when I was young, I didn't realize that not everyone had a spooky world down the street. This was before they were sort of a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Before, Universal had their thing, or Knott's might have been around the same time. But this is before Scream Parks existed in every major town, city, whatever. So the first 2 times I went, I was too scared to go in. I was like 6 years old. I got to the parking lot, and a ghoul jumped out at me, and I turned to my dad and go, "Dad, take me home right now."
Really?
He's like, "All right, but your shoe's untied." I said, "I don't care. Get me home right now." And we left. We didn't even go in. I was like 6 years old. This scary looking motherfucker jumped out.
I guess that's like a logical response.
I guess so. I'm embarrassed about it. So the next year we went.
You should be.
I should be.
6-year-old.
6-year-old pussy. Next year, bam! Same thing happens. Ghoul jumps out. "Dad, get me the fuck out of here." So he took me to see Ernest Scared Stupid instead.
Oh, nice.
Which is a great film.
Yeah.
With the milk and the trolls. 3rd year, he said, "Spencer, if you don't go in this year, I'm never taking you to Spooky World again." All right, I'm going. I made it through. We did this awesome hayride. I never heard of a haunted hayride. This is before this was a real thing, and it was so like the antithesis of like a corporate kind of a feel. It was like very DIY, but it was done with like a lot of love and passion. And you would go through Crystal Lake, or you would go through Tromaville. Like it was like really being in the movie as a little kid. And like there was a Spooky World sign, and the hayride would drive right up next to it, and then the sign would fall but not hit. This is before that was like a common thing. And then you got off the ride. Again, this is like 94, 95. Yeah. And you meet Kane Hodder. You played Jason.
So cool.
You meet George Wilbur. You played Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And so, Elvira was there. Robert Englund was there. And that sort of put the bug in my ear about, wow, you can do something where you can meet the people that you admire from these movies. So that always stuck with me. And